Alright, we're headed down to get that RZR about 32 minutes out. Going down in the northern part of Georgia to pick it up at the dealer. Kind of a dreary day, and looks like I'm going to get rained on coming back, but that's okay. Nice scenery on the way down, but we should see you here in about 30 minutes, and we'll get everything loaded up and headed home. Alright, we made it down to Blue Ridge. Got this down here at Blue Ridge, Yamaha Polaris down in Blue Ridge, Georgia. Gave me the best price. If you're looking for one of these RZRs, you should check them out. And there it is, loaded up on the trailer. So it's raining, we're gonna get headed back. Real quick here, I've been here maybe 10 minutes and all the paperwork and everything's done. I'm loaded up. They came out and helped me get it on the trailer. All right, we'll see you when we get back home. Safely down the dealer, it's pouring rain. Had to back in next to the Snap-on truck, all the way down the parking lot. That was interesting. Anyway, we're here. We're gonna go in here and get this deal done and get everything loaded up. All right, so we're stuck in traffic. I'm 2 miles from the house and stuck. Got the RZR back there, almost got it back home. It finally stopped pouring the rain. It's a little bit of rain still going on. So I just wanted to mention that dealer experience is really good. I was there, the whole transaction was like 10 minutes. So I'm real happy about that. It's fairly close to the house, about 2 hours away from me. And got everything done. So the next thing I'm going to be doing is when I get home, I'm going to take care of the insurance. For those wondering, I've used Progressive for years. That's usually the easiest thing to do, like a motorcycle or RZR. They have relatively good rates, so I'm going to stick with them and just swap this new RZR with the old one and get to working on it. It's going to be a little damp, so I don't know how much I'll get done tonight, but I'm going to try to do some footage of basically what this looks like stock before I start messing with it, in terms of ride height, look, feel, etc. So hopefully these cars start moving here pretty quick, and we'll get down to the shop. Alright, this is really my first look at it when it's not, raining and underneath the umbrella. But let's take a look at what we picked up here. So this is 2021 Polaris Pro XP Ultimate Edition. So one thing I noticed immediately is, everybody has seen my previous videos knows I've got shock therapy to put back on this, but they have improved this tender spring design on the 2021s. Really clean machine, and this is about as fresh off the truck. I think this arrived on the truck yesterday. They either put it together yesterday evening or this morning before I got there. Still smells nice, fresh and new, although a little bit damp. I do like the front end. I got to look at it a lot through the rearview mirror, and it looks really nice. When I first saw one of these, I was kind of thought it maybe was too edgy, but now it looks really good. I've already been in the interior, obviously, to pull it in. I've moved it maybe 20 feet now. Really impressed with the seats and the interior. Had really never paid that much attention to the interior of one when I saw it. Just kind of give you as good a look as I can here. I mean, it's fresh and brand new. No roof, no accessories whatsoever. This is just a stock Ultimate Pro XP. Okay, well, let's try to get it off the trailer and we'll get it back in the shop. Okay, we got it inside now. Just some quick shots interior. I do really like the seats. I didn't know whether I would like the seats and the belts. Really comfortable. I was a little worried about this headrest. It looks like your head really doesn't touch that unless you're really intended to, and it looks like it's more for like if you had a helmet on. Got lots of storage. But other than that, fit and function, kind of everything still works. Like the 1000S, the doors still open the same way. You know, the ignition key's the same. Obviously the tilt pull-out steering wheel, that is really cool. And the steering wheel is actually kind of a sticky material, it's not really a hard plastic. So that's pretty neat. Plenty of space on the inside. This is definitely way roomier than the 1000S that I had. Clearance wise, it's definitely taller. I'm going to take a measurement here in a sec just to show you what one of these looks like stock from the dealer. And obviously the rear shock section on this one's completely different than my other RZR. I just wanted to point out, so one of the big reasons that I went with this RZR, especially the Pro XP, is one, the suspension, and two, I wanted additional bed space. I was like right at the max on that 1000S. It was very difficult to get anything else. Pretty much had to strap it to the top of the container. So just to let you visualize, the 1000S probably, the rear bed was probably about that much room. And I would say this is probably 3 times the size of that bed. And obviously this is deeper, so you can do higher stacking if you wanted to. I kind of already went over it, but that's going here in the rear. Then I'm going to do some kind of cooler and a mount up here. I don't know that I'm going to do Polaris's, but I'm going to put a cooler right here. I hadn't bought that yet because I really wasn't sure, since there's no machines around me that I could go look at. You can definitely reach into that cooler and get it open. So the cooler top would be about right here, and I can basically just leaning up against the machine, really not tippy-toeing or anything, I can get into that cooler. So that's pretty nice. But anyway, let's take a couple of measurements here and see what one of these comes out at stock as far as ride height goes. Okay, we're at the rear. It's going to kind of be hard to do with holding the camera, but we'll try to get it done. Getting closer. So I'm going to call that 14 and a half, somewhere around there. So that's significantly more than the old RZR. And around to the front. Try to get as close to that as I can. I'm going to call that 14 and a half. So that's what's advertised, I believe. 14 and a half front. 14 in the rear, and that's what it should be after I get the shock therapy springs installed, which they're there in that box. Okay, so that's the new RZR, stock from the dealer. This is probably the only time it'll look like this in terms of accessories and in terms of the cleanest it'll probably ever be. I just wanted to mention a couple things I've noticed just kind of walking around the machine. So I have a toy hauler. This height here, this is 4 inches lower than what my RZR 1000 XP, so this is definitely going to fit in the toy hauler without any issues. Obviously this roof area here is actually much smaller because this is swept forward, and this is I think a much greater angle, so you have less roof area here. So that should make it actually easier to get in the toy hauler. One thing I'll say is loading it onto the trailer was way easier, simply because the way that they've done these doors, try to give you kind of what you see out of the driver's seat. It's pretty much what you're looking at. You can look out a little further if you need to, but you can always see that front tire. Already the ride command, the reverse camera, is awesome. I couldn't see anything out of the RZR 1000, especially if you had the 5-point harnesses. These move. My old ones were fixed harnesses. and you basically had to take the harness off to see what was behind you. So that's one thing that's real cool. Anyway, I hope you liked the video. I'm really happy that this thing is here, and be looking forward to more videos because got quite a bit to get installed on this thing. Anyway, thanks for all the comments, and please like and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.